Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. I'll say thank you just so much to everybody for being here. Good morning, Dan from Buford. Lauren coming in from Nuga. Good morning, Shauna coming in from Big Canoe. Wonderful to see everybody on the call this morning. Wonderful that I made it to the call this morning. It was definitely a long night. Anyways, we've got plenty more of them ahead, but for right now, we are here today. So today to say some nice stuff about us, and we're going to do what we do every morning at 9 a.m. on Monday through Friday. I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do this, we are building into our own lives. We are switching up our own understanding, and ultimately we are giving ourselves what we need for the day. So let's have some fun. Let's pull a card off the top of the deck and say that today I am confident. I am confident. I trust in my abilities and judgment. So I am confident. I trust in my abilities and judgment. Are you confident? You are confident. You trust in your abilities and judgment. I'm going to write that down in the comments. I encourage you guys to do the same thing. But I am confident. I trust in my abilities and judgment. Good morning, Anita. Good morning. Good morning, Marie. Wonderful to see both of you here this morning. Indeed, we are confident people. We trust in our abilities and judgment. And confidence is such an interesting thing. It's like I've heard it described as a buoyancy of the soul. Confidence being something where, and if we believe that we can or believe that we can't, we are right. And confident people are people who believe that we can. And where does this belief come from? Well, this belief comes from success. And where does that success come from? Well, that success comes from doing things. And where does and succeeding at them? And where does and where does that come from? Well, it comes from doing things and doing them not all that well. All confidence is born of of failure at its root. All confidence comes from failure. And so as we go through our lives and we do new things and we work at new stuff and we continue to bring new experiences into our world, we are setting ourselves up. Are you talking to me?
Yes, can you hand me that bottle on your desk, please, sir? I'm trying to avoid a full tomato.
There you go, my love. Boom. But all of this stuff is and by the way, Pepper's here and so is Persephone. But there you go. um but ultimately everything that we've ever done we have first done poorly. And if we are willing to allow ourselves to do it poorly, if we are willing to suck, if we are willing to do it wrong the first time, if we are willing to make all the newbie mistakes, and if we're then eventually we will be confident in our own abilities because we will have honed them, we will have practiced. The other part of confidence is that we have good judgment about what it is that we are good at. And so not only do we trust in our abilities, and abilities are honed over time, we also trust in our judgment. We know what we know. And confidence is a wonderful thing that allows us to demonstrate that we know what we know, and to ultimately be able to ensure that we are that we are focusing our efforts on the things that we have ability at. So I am confident today. You are confident as well. Of course, me being on this very, very new journey of parenthood, there's all manner of things that I did not know how to do 40 hours ago, 80 hours ago, that I am now starting to become competent at. And competence is something that begets confidence. Competence is something that what are you laughing and giggling about?
She's doing her face like this. Like,
I keep saying it. Daddy needs an office door. Daddy needs a new set as well. Oh well, all these things come in time. But anyways, but as we go through our lives and we do things and we do new things, it allows us to get competent at those things, which then allows us to know what we know. At this point, there's all manner of things that I know that I don't know. I am nevertheless willing to work at them, and so I am confident. But I got a wonderful message from my sister, and she was goofing on me because for most of my life I had no idea how to hold a kid, and the reason I had no idea how to hold a kid was because I'd never had my own kid, and I was pretty afraid of breaking somebody else's kid. I hadn't yet learned that kids are pretty resilient. But
no breaking ours either.
Yeah, she says no breaking ours. I'm not gonna break our kid. But but my sister commented. She's like, you're holding that kid with great confidence. You're holding your daughter. You're holding Persephone with great confidence, more confidence than you ever held my kids with. And I said, yeah, because I'm now more experienced at it, and so consequently, I figured out that they don't break if you just look at them. That they're actually pretty resilient, and that you can manhandle them a lot more than or that I could manhandle them a lot more than I ever thought I could, and and not break them or hurt them. That they've been in a womb for 9 months, moving around, wiggling, jiggling, and that they aren't going to that they're not like delicate little flowers. They are delicate, but they're not as delicate as I presuppose them to be. But that confidence of being able to pick up a kid and know that I'm not going to hurt them and know that what I'm doing is right. The confidence to burp a kid, which is something that I've never done until 2 days ago, or change a diaper, which is something that I had never done in my entire life until about 3 days ago, is something that comes from the experience. And so now when I pick up Persephone to move her around, when I'm checking her diaper because I'm like, wait a minute, I know your signs. I know that special look on your face you get when you're wet and how it's different than the one that you get when you're dry, or when you've made a number two. These things come from doing. So today, this card is our invitation to do. It's our invitation to do things. And in doing things, we will get better at them. And as we get better at them, we'll become more confident at them. And as we become more confident at them, we will have more opportunity to put them into practice and to play to our own strengths. And so I am confident today. You're confident as well. We trust in our abilities and in our judgment. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming by today. Good morning. Good morning again to Shauna and Lauren and Dan. Good morning to Anita and Marie. Wonderful to see you here today. And Good morning. Good morning to Tony. Great to see that you have came over here, and Mandy, and probably Josiah as well. Good to see everybody on here. I'm sorry that I'm sorry you want to throw your computer against the wall right now. Your judgment does say otherwise. Yes, indeed. I have also wanted to throw my nice things up against the wall occasionally. My dad was kind of famous for throwing dial calipers. Whenever he'd get frustrated, he'd throw calipers up against the wall at work, which wasn't always the smartest choice, but I bet it was stress relieving for him. Because calipers are a couple of $100. If the part wasn't measuring the way he wanted it to measure, the calipers would go up against the wall, smash. Now that'll teach him. That part was still the same though. Oh well, but anyway, I'm confident that I'm not going to throw my computer up against the wall. I'm confident that I'm going to be better today than I was yesterday at all the things that are important to me, and I'm confident that you are as well. So let's go through life today knowing that we know what we know, and being unafraid to try new things, to work at new things that we know that we don't know, in order to expand the breadth of our confidence. I will talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll come back with another one of these. This week is kind of special because I'm actually picking the words that I need. I'll usually have Pepper pick them and riff off a theme. Pepper's in no shape to have another responsibility on her plate right now. She has plenty, and so I'm just thinking about the words that I need right now. and for and so these are the words that I'm doing. So the wake up call or this week is going to be very much about how I need to feel and how I am feeling and what I'm really reinforcing for myself. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Let's see here. Silk says, so Silk's coming in at the very end. Good morning, Silk. Good to see you. She says, you're confident enough to put your feelings out on the internet. Tell somebody to fuck off. Sorry, guys. I love you. Thank you for this call. Have a beautiful day. Well, Silk, sometimes we do have to be confident to do that. And I know that, yeah, the in my I guess continuing the story about my dad, um, whenever um, whenever he would just tell somebody to fuck off, it was called pulling a Mikey. All of his customers knew it. Good morning, Donna. Good to see you here today. But yeah, whenever my dad ran a business, and his yeah, sometimes somebody would just annoy him, and he'd be like, "I'm just not going to work with you anymore." And in business, you typically don't do that. But my dad was completely unafraid to fire his clients, and all of his other clients called that pulling a Mikey. My dad was named Mike, but pulling a Mikey, it's when you fire your client, even if it might not be in your best interest. You fire him anyway because you just tired of putting up with their shit, and indeed he would be. Anyways, guys, I love you. I care about you. I'm gonna go help Pepper take care of Persephone. Pepper says hello. Persephone says hello. And
She says, "Wow."
she says, "Wah." That's about all she's saying right now. But pretty soon she'll use all of her manners. Uh, Mom and Dad will teach them to her. But anyways, I love you. I appreciate you. I care about you. I will chat with you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.